She's at 50,000 feet, engines screaming, and then everything goes black. Charlotte Keene's F-35 doesn't just crash. It gets swallowed. 1 second she's flying a retaliation strike over Iran. The next second, a cloud that shouldn't exist eats her plane alive. Welcome back to Drama Crypt. If you thought Season 3's premiere was just a settling in episode, you're wrong. Dead wrong. Who Are You just handed us the answer to the biggest question in this entire show. How did the world actually end? And it turns out the answer isn't a bomb. It isn't a virus. It's memory itself. Memory is the deadliest weapon in the silo. By the end of this breakdown, you'll understand exactly why. This episode splits itself in half, and if you're new to the show, here's the fast version so you're not lost for a single second. Timeline 1. Present day, 3 months after the failed rebellion. Juliette Nichols survived her own execution, survived walking outside the silo, and now she's mayor, sitting pretty in nice quarters, getting soup delivered. Except she remembers nothing. Not Silo 17, not the rebellion, not the people who died for her. Total blackout. Timeline 2. 300 years earlier, Washington D.C., right before the apocalypse, and this is where it gets interesting. We meet Daniel Keene, a rookie congressman, Charlotte's brother. Turns out, years before all this, Daniel worked with the Army Corps of Engineers in New Orleans. He helped design a massive specialized excavation drill. 500 engineers on that project. Now go back and remember every giant digging machine you've seen buried in the down deep across this entire show. That's the same tech. This isn't a coincidence. This is proof, hard physical proof, that the silos weren't some emergency shelter thrown together after disaster struck. They were already being engineered before the world ended. And who's pulling strings above Daniel? Senator Paula Thurman, one of the founding architects of the entire survival program. Daniel tries to get onto her Iran committee, tries to leak secrets to a journalist named Helen Drew through his sister Charlotte. Thurman shuts him down cold, throws him out of her office. She's protecting something. Something bigger than one congressman's ambition. Here's where the show finally rips the mask off. Charlotte's squadron launches off the USS Nimitz, watches a missile strike from the USS McCain hit its target, climbs to altitude for a follow-up strike, and flies straight into a cloud that isn't weather. It's a storm of self-replicating metallic nanoparticles. Watch what happens. A black, oily silver substance coats the cockpit glass, seeps into the engine intakes. Every system on Charlotte's jet dies at once. Her wingmen? Gone. All of them. Crashed. Only Charlotte survives. Barely. Slamming into the ground in Turkmenistan. This is the moment the entire mythology of Silo clicks into place. That toxic, poisoned wasteland outside every silo we've seen for 3 seasons? This is what caused it. Not a bomb, not radiation in the traditional sense. A self-replicating technological plague that ate the world's atmosphere alive. And here's the sick part. It connects directly to the present timeline. Remember Camille Sims consulting the algorithm, the AI buried at the bottom of Silo 18? In this episode, it flags Juliette as a threat. Her memories are creeping back. And the algorithm's solution is simple. Double her medication. Why? Because if Juliette remembers enough, she might remember how to shut down the safeguard protocol, the lethal gas system built into every silo. Which means the safeguard isn't just a kill switch for rebellions. It's built from the same technology that ended the world in the first place. And here's a detail most people are going to scroll right past. During the council meeting, Orla from Supply mentions IT has requested a massive shipment of vitamin D. Sounds harmless, right? A health supplement? Nothing more. It's not. 10,000 people, living underground, with zero sunlight. Of course they'd need vitamin D officially. But that's exactly why it's the perfect cover. Order enough of it in bulk, and nobody questions the shipment. Nobody audits what's really inside those capsules. The regime isn't just supplementing a vitamin deficiency. They're using it as camouflage to move their memory-wiping compound through the system without raising a single red flag. The nanoparticle weapon that killed Charlotte's entire squadron, and the gas that can flood 10,000 people's lungs in Silo 18, they're the same bloodline of tech. Now let's talk about what's actually happening underneath Juliette's peaceful little mayor routine. Robert Sims takes her to the airlock, tells her a story, that Bernard Holland's standard suit failed in the fire, that the safeguard's gas got into his lungs and killed him before cremation. Clean story, convenient story. It's a lie, and here's the detail that makes it terrifying. Sims corners Camille in the sheriff's office, midway through deleting surveillance footage of Juliette, and he admits the truth. Bernard survived that fire. His suit wasn't standard issue at all. It was a rugged, reinforced rig, built the same way Juliette's old makeshift suit from Silo 17 was built. Tough enough to insulate him from the flames. Tough enough to keep him breathing when he wasn't supposed to. Which meant the gas alone wasn't going to finish the job. So Sims did it himself. With his own 2 hands, wrapped around Bernard's throat until he stopped moving. Not for justice, not for revenge. To lock down absolute control of the silo before anyone else could challenge him. And Camille? She doesn't flinch. She agrees it needed to happen. Then we get the council meeting, the big performance of democracy. Sims announces reforms, revising the pact, adding department reps, removing surveillance, except for public safety cameras. Sounds progressive, right? It's theater. Juliette sits at that table as the smiling, amnesiac face of a government that's murdering its way to power behind her back. She's not the mayor, she's a mascot. And there's a detail buried in that meeting that matters more than it looks. Ed Harwood, head of mining, mentions the mining shafts are 300 years old and zigzagging. Juliette asks why mining that close to the surface is banned by the pact. Her amnesia is the only reason she can even ask that question. Everyone else has been trained not to. Then Orla says 4 words during her report. We're good in supply. And Juliette freezes. A flash hits her. Shirley handing her a secret scroll from a woman named Martha Walker. A message that once meant something. A message that used to be a lifeline for the resistance. Her brain is fighting the drugs, and it's winning, one flicker at a time. Here's how the episode ends, and it's genius. Outsiders raid an IT storage room, steal a protective helmet, and hang a banner over an industrial bridge for everyone to see. The display is a lie. Juliette stares at it. Another flash hits her, a green, lush landscape. A city on the horizon. Camille panics, orders the banner ripped down immediately. Later, Juliette confronts Camille directly about her missing memories. Camille shows her doctored footage, convinces her she simply waited safely in a refuge hut. Total gaslighting, and it works, for now. Then comes the final scene, and this is the moment the resistance officially makes contact. Juliette's eating soup, bites down on something hard, spits it out. It's a capsule, hidden in her food, and wrapped around that capsule, a tightly rolled note. Here's exactly what it says. Burn this note. Return your soup bowl to the tray upside down if you want to know the truth. Meet at the marketplace. That upside down bowl isn't random. It's a signal. A silent secret code the resistance can read from across a crowded cafeteria without a single word spoken. It means she got the message. She's awake. She's coming. Juliette burns the note over a candle, flips the bowl, walks out of her quarters. The game just changed. And zoom out for a second, because this is the piece that ties the whole series together. According to what the show has already confirmed, the founders behind this entire system, the ones who built 51 silos and buried humanity alive underground, weren't protecting people from a random disaster. 352 years ago, they engineered the apocalypse on purpose, to justify permanent, eternal control from underground. Daniel Keene's excavation drill, Charlotte's black cloud, the vitamin D shipments hiding a chemical leash, the safeguard protocol, Juliette's stolen memories. It's all one machine, built by the same hands, hidden behind two different timelines. So here's what I want to know. Who slipped that note into Juliette's soup, and how deep does their network already run inside the administration? And if the founders manufactured the apocalypse on purpose, what exactly are they still protecting 3 centuries later? Drop your theory below, and if you want every twist in this series broken down before anyone else catches it, subscribe to Drama Crypt. We're just getting started.